Today I'll be showing you guys how to fish with craw baits during the spawn season in the post-spawn. Hope you guys stay tuned and enjoy our show. One of my favorite baits to use during the spawn is small 3-inch or 2.5-inch craw baits. This one in particular is a Berkeley Chigger craw. This is kind of a watermelon pumpkin color with some purple and green specks in it. I can see a nice male right here, probably about 1.5 pounds, maybe close to 2 pounds, in its bed. One way to identify the beds is usually there's light, kind of tan gravel around a muddy spotch of black or brown mud, or wherever you're fishing. Just in this area, we've got a mud lake with a few gravel and rock areas, and a great place for a fanning bed. As you can see, there's no bass currently, but if you keep on working your lure there, eventually they'll come back. As you can see, there she is. There he is, actually, the male. And what I like to do, my favorite technique, is just to roll over their heads. Kind of get them annoyed, kind of put it on their heads, and that'll just kind of, anger them. And they'll come up and they'll have a reaction bite, and they'll hit that craw bait. Another one of my favorite craws to use is net bait pocket craws. The little baby pocket craws in jelly color are magnificent for these type of fishing conditions. I love using exposed hooks. These are just some Strike King shaky head hooks. This is a 1/8 ounce because of the slow drop. A lot of the big mistakes that anglers use, the bass anglers use, are the 1/4 ounce and the 1/2 ounce weights and jigs, and that's just going to go down way too fast. You want to give those bass some time for a drop down hit or something they can just slurp up really quickly. And 1/16 ounce and 1/8 ounce is perfect. I like using exposed hook because you raise your chance of a hookup. You really don't need a weedless hook in these kind of conditions. There's no weeds here. Maybe a few rocks, but that's not that big of a problem. All you need to do is just get that hook right in front of this fish's face, and they'll take it in. Right here, I've just got a few of my favorite lures that I like to use for the spawn. This one is the one I talked about, the net bait, tiny pocket craws. These are the very, very favorite lures I like to use. Yesterday, I caught a matter of 6 fish in a matter of a couple hours. A great lure to use with an exposed hook, the 1/8 ounce or the 1/16 ounce. The next lure I've got right here is the mud critters, which are made by Berkeley Power Bait. Again, one of my other favorite lures to use, just because they're a little bit larger, and they kind of create a variety for those largemouth. If they don't want something small, they can have a choice of something big. This right here is the Strike King Rage Tails. These are usually a backup, something that maybe if all else fails, I can use this. It's got a lot of action, and it has a lot of lifelike movement in it with just the claws. Last but not least, I've got the Reaction Innovations Sweet Beavers, which are absolutely amazing. The Spanish fly color. I like to Texas rig these or use a 1/8 ounce jig. Sometimes I'll even go up to the 1/4 ounce just because it is a larger bait. This is about a 4.5 inch bait, which is a little bit bigger and creates more variety for those largemouth to hit on. Let's see if we can get this one on the bed.